Welcome back, guys, and the European tour is over. Finally, they can get back on the road to WrestleMania and get serious. This is probably the best show of the European tour, in my opinion. Even though there were only 4 matches in 2.5 hours, there was a lot of singing, there was a lot of dancing, there was a lot of talking on this show. But overall, it was probably one of the better shows on the European tour. The crowd did their best to ruin it, though. Let's have it right. The people talking about these European football fans, they are not. They are not coming up with these creative chants. It's boring. It's boring and it's annoying. 3 of the wrestlers have the same song. Come on, be more creative. Football fans, real football fans, are a lot more creative with their singing. Let's have that right for a start. Don't lump us in with these wrestling fans who can't be creative and choose different songs for different wrestlers. I mean, Io Sky, Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns all have the same bloody song. Pick something different for 2 of them. I know, Io Sky. Io's on fire. Rhea Ripley's terrified. That would have been much better. Not the same shit for each one of them. I know, Roman Reigns could have had something different. There's only one tribal chief. Something like that, you know. Be more creative. It was annoying. It was the same song over and over again. They were interrupting people talking throughout the show. I didn't enjoy it. It's not fun to watch at home. It really isn't. It might be fun while you're there, in the crowd, with the vibes, everyone vibing. Yeah, do you know what I mean? But when you're at home watching it on TV, it's not good TV, I'm sorry. Kicking it off again, same again, cut and paste. Let's have a John Cena, Cody Rhodes segment at the beginning of the show and then never see him again throughout the rest of the show. I did enjoy this segment. It was another good talking segment, but it doesn't really lead on anywhere. It doesn't really move us on anywhere. We're still staying at that same sort of level heading towards WrestleMania, apart from the fact that Cody Rhodes leaves John Cena laying at the end of this segment and John Cena doesn't get his heat back. He loses some heat. Looks kind of pathetic laying there on the floor. What have you done to John Cena? He needs to get that heat back as soon as possible. I did enjoy the one-liners between the two. Even though the fans couldn't stop singing, couldn't shut up for a minute, but when they could get those one-liners out, it was really good. Cena spitting some facts, talking about that Cody's too polished as a champion. If you took away the music, if you took away the suits, what would we be left with? And then Cody's firing back as well with some decent one-liners as well, like, one guy chose you and he ain't here no more. The people chose me. You were my hero, but now you're just a piece of shit. And then Cena fires back with the ultimate one, in my opinion. He wins it hands down with "I build empires for billionaires, you steal money from their kids." Fantastic one-liner. Loved it. And the fans chanting "You can't wrestle" to Cena, and then Cena loses his shit, goes to attack Cody. Cody gets a crossroads on Cena and Cena's left laying, and he doesn't get his heat back. That was the worst part of this, in my opinion, that Cena doesn't get his heat back later on in the show. Do something to attack Cody Rhodes. Do something to get your heat back at the end of the show. But no, they leave it like that. So we're going to have to wait and see how Cena's going to get his heat back on Cody Rhodes before we get to WrestleMania. What's he going to do to him? Should be interesting. It's a slow burn. It's a slow burn, this one. They're marinated in this for a long time. So hopefully it will taste good when it gets to WrestleMania. New Day have a tag team match. Tyler Bate, Pete Dunne are back together. It felt kind of flat, and Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne, yeah, they're going nowhere. They are nowhere near good enough to be in the tag team division and even anywhere near the tag team titles, in my opinion, at the moment. New Day win this hands down. They do. New Day Raiders is going to be at WrestleMania. We know that's coming. New Day have got to be winning those tag team titles and save this to divisions. Thank God for the New Day. Second match of the night, Gunther versus Big Jim. And Jimmy didn't want Jey ringside. What they should have done, in my opinion, they didn't do, is have a split screen showing Jey watching the match backstage. I thought that would have been good. Then Gunther wins the match easily against Jim. I thought they should have made it last a bit longer. Gunther absolutely beat him down, and Jey actually have to come out and try and stop the match, try and save Jim. But no, they didn't. They just had Gunther beat him and then beat him down after the match. I thought they're doing the same shit again here. Here comes Jey to make the save. They've done this every single week with these two. It's been pathetic. And then Gunther runs away. And I thought that was the end of it. And I thought, what are you doing? This is pathetic. But they didn't leave it there. Thank God they didn't leave it there. And this went from first gear, and this has been pathetic build, right into 6th. Loved it what they did next. Gunther attacks from behind as Jey's helping his brother out. He grabs some zip ties from a security guard, zip tied Jey to a rope, throws Jimmy into the barricade, gets back in the ring, starts taunting Jey in the ring with the title. Jimmy comes back, gets nailed with the title. He's busted open, and then Gunther absolutely destroys Jimmy Uso in front of Jey. Great scene with the blood pouring down the face of Jimmy Uso. Big Jim absolutely pissing claret. Gunther choking him out, and then the blood pouring everywhere, claret everywhere, all over Gunther, all over Jimmy. Jey screaming in the corner, "Get off my brother, I'm going to kill you." And he's pulling and he's trying to get out. That was just fantastic TV. Best moment of the show, best moment of this build for these two. Finally, we're getting something decent. Finally, we're getting some sizzle on this steak. Finally, we're getting some spice added to this. Finally. And what can they do next? Well, I don't think we should see Jimmy again now till WrestleMania. He's gone. He can't help Jey now. Jey's on his own. Jey needs to turn to another family member. And he's down and out. They should have done more in this show, in my opinion, after this. They should have shown Jey backstage. Jimmy getting attended to by medics. They didn't mention it, but they should have shown it, in my opinion. And Jey just angry. Jimmy's out till who knows when. And he ain't coming back. Maybe he should have gone to a hospital. And then Jey next week and the week after needs some help. Doesn't know who to turn to. Maybe he should turn to another family member. Someone who knows what it takes to beat Gunther at WrestleMania. Maybe he should be in the ring next week on Raw. Like, what am I going to do? I don't know. I don't think I can do it. And then the music hits. Oh. Sammy Uso should be next to try and help. And he should be next in line for Gunther to absolutely destroy. Same like he did to Jimmy. Leave him laying, bloody in a pool of mess, and leave Sammy destroyed. Jey all alone at WrestleMania. That's the way to do it. That's the way to build some more heat. That's what I'd do next. Let me know what you think. Next up, Dom and Finn versus Penta and Breaker. I'm pretty sure this is heading towards a fatal 4-way for the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. Dom and Finn get the win. Penta eats his first pinfall thanks to Breaker hitting him with a spear after some miscommunication. Finn hitting the coup de grace, 1, 2, 3 on Penta, which was surprising. Then later on we see backstage Liv's not happy with Finn, saying that it was him that got the win and not them. And she thinks Dom now deserves finally to get his title shot. And I do too. I think it should be Dominic Mysterio winning the IC title as soon as possible at WrestleMania. I think that'd be fantastic for him. He deserves it. He's been so damn good as on this heel run. Him and Liv have knocked it out the park. In my opinion, both of them should be leaving WrestleMania with IC titles. I think the other IC title match should be at WrestleMania, Fatal 4-Way as well, with Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. Fatal 4-Way for the IC title as well in the women's division. And both Liv and Dom leave WrestleMania with Intercontinental Gold. Let me know what you think down below. Chad Gable, one of the most entertaining people they've got on this show at the moment, gets 30 seconds with Adam Pearce. No match this week. No sign of El Grande Americano on the show. It was the best thing about last week's show. Shame he wasn't on this week's. No luchadors at all on this show. Next week we know El Grande Americano will be making his American debut in Chad's hometown of Minnesota. Definitely going to be worth watching that bit. That's going to be a great segment. Karrion Kross gets a short interview and he's fantastic, isn't he? Maximises his minutes. Talking about AJ Styles. We see Penta and Breaker unhappy Penta's not happy with Breaker backstage. More heat there. We're leading to that that fatal 4-way, in my opinion, for the IC title. It's going to happen, in my opinion, at WrestleMania. Then we get the AJ Styles Logan Paul segment, and the fans did their best again to ruin another segment by singing. We get a Paul AJ brawl. Logan Paul leaves AJ laying, and it looks like we are definitely heading towards Logan Paul and AJ at WrestleMania. Dark match, really could steal the show, in my opinion. Could be a really good sleeper match. Definitely one worth watching, in my opinion, even though the build has been a bit poor. Then we get the main event, the last match, 4 matches of this show, and the final one, the final match, Women's World Championship match. Guest referee Bianca Belair. Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley. This was an okay match. Didn't mind it until the ending. Pathetic. Lazy. It was obvious where it was going. Really was. As soon as Rhea kicked Bianca, you knew where this was heading. She knocked her out the ring. She hit the riptide. She had her Io down for about a 20 count, and Bianca's selling outside the ring. I mean, these wrestlers, half the time, they get hit with something massive and pop straight back up. But one boot and she's selling for about 20 seconds. Behave! Where's the consistency? Absolute joke. And one thing I can't stand as well is before this match even kicked off, wrestlers singing along to their entrance music on the way to the ring. Why are we? What are we doing? Anyway, let's talk more about the match and the fact that this was so obvious where it was heading. Double DQ. Io drop kicks Bianca by mistake. Rhea kicked Bianca by mistake. Bianca's it was in the way for the majority of it. Just step out the fucking way, you idiot. You're the reason you're getting hit. Move! Why are you ringing the bell? I don't know. I don't know. This match should have kept going. There's no reason to ring it for a double DQ. Maybe for what Rhea did when they're down and she just out of nowhere just absolutely clocks Bianca for no fucking reason. Yeah, there's a DQ there. I'll give you that one. That one moment should have rung the bell then. Not after Io accidentally drop kicks her. And then we have another pathetic 3-way brawl. And we're having another triple threat match to add to another triple threat match at WrestleMania. Somehow, some way, they're going to have Rhea Ripley put into this match. It's bound to happen. You can't have Rhea Ripley not at WrestleMania. It should be Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair. We all know that's the money match and that's the match we should be getting. But for some reason, someone at WWE absolutely loves Io Sky, and yeah, they really want her in the main event of WrestleMania. It doesn't make sense to me. Let me know what you think down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace. Stay safe.